Hello, folks. Good evening, and thank you for joining in. This is your one and only Waka Waka Doctor here, bringing you the best of migration and travel abroad. For everyone who has always watched my channel, you know how we do it. We give you the best migration options available to you. So if you're joining for the first time, I am Waka Waka Doctor, and I use all my social media platforms on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, of course, to educate people as to how to move abroad. If you haven't checked all of my videos, you need to check my videos. They would educate you as to how to move to different countries, including Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, Republic of Ireland, Finland, Norway, Sweden, Malta, Switzerland, Portugal, Poland, Georgia. It doesn't matter what country it is. Estonia, Austria, Iceland, any country you want to go to. Tunisia, South Korea, Japan, China. I have a video that has to, educate you with it. Can everyone hear me? I hope everyone can hear me loud and clear. And I thank you for joining me from Kenya, from Nigeria, from Mozambique, from Tunisia. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Today, we have a very interesting topic. I know that people, have varieties, when it comes to moving abroad. But today we are talking about going to Canada by fire, by force. Okay? Because some people insist that it's either Canada or Canada. Okay? Nowhere else but Canada. And so I decided to bring a friend of mine who will educate you as to how to move to Canada. Everything Canada, okay? So this video is a summary of everything you need to do to move to Canada, because Canada is the new America. Canada is where the life seems to be at the moment. Even me, I want to go to Canada. So let's start this session, and I'm going to bring up my guest. She is brilliant, and I can't wait for her to join us, okay? I'm going to bring her up now. So that she can educate. And as we always do, put in your questions. We will try our best to answer all your questions. Hey, how are you?
Hi, Waka Waka. How are you and your team?
I am fine. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining me again, like we've done a couple of times. Thank you very much for joining me on this session. Today, we decided that we're going to talk about a summary, everything about Canada, and there's nobody better than you when it comes to this topic. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce, should I introduce her? I don't know. But if you go on YouTube and you just type in Joyce K Canada, she's the ultimate. In fact, no, go to YouTube and type, I want to go to Canada, you will see her. So guys, you want to follow her on Instagram, follow her on YouTube. She's Joyce K Canada. Her head is all Canada. So let's get into the groove. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, and let's just get to the action, because I have my biro and paper here as well. Look at my pen, and I'm here to write too. I'm here to learn. So talk to us, Joyce. Thanks for joining us.
Wow, what an introduction. You're melting my heart. Thank you so much, Waka Waka. You're doing an amazing job. Oh my goodness. My people love you. My fans just love you. You see how many they are coming in numbers. If you haven't gone to check Waka Waka YouTube channel, you're missing out a lot. Please make sure you go check him out. Go through all his videos. There's no video there that will not help you. All the countries are represented there. So thank you so much for having me here. I appreciate so much. So I don't know where you want us to start, but I believe people know me by now. I'm Joyce K Nas on YouTube. On Instagram, I am Joyce K Canada, and on Facebook, I am Joyce Canada.
Fantastic. That's all the introduction we need. So I think we should just start from because we want to talk about the summary, and I know that you have a video that describes this perfectly, but we want to hear it from you directly. So for people that want to move to Canada and that is their only option, they don't want to go to Canada, Can you tell us, just give us a summary of everything? What are the options available?
Okay. Wow. Guys, I don't know, but let me just give you a summary of Canada immigration. I'll try to be very brief and I'll try to be very simple so that I know some of you know Canada so much, so I'm not going to use big words. I'm just going to be simple for the sake of the people who don't understand Canada immigration. So Canada immigration has got many programs or pathways that you can use to come to Canada. I always say that the umbrella for all of them is the express entry. Express entry is the one that they use points to, to assess your qualifications. They look at your age, they look at your years of experience, your education level. You do IELTS, they look at how many marks you got in express entry. It has to be 7, minimum of 7. If you have to use express entry, you have to get at least 7 minimum. But remember, there are other programs that need even 4, that require you to only have 4, a band of 4 in English proficiency. Anyway, for express entry, I did a video here and we did this summary, but I'm going to try and reduce this information into very simple terms. Just understand that express entry has got 3 classifications. So I want you to assess yourself, find out in your assessment whether you're going to qualify in these 3 categories. If you do not qualify in these 3 categories, then we are going to give you other options. The first category under express entry is that you can come here as a skilled immigrant. Skilled immigrant is somebody who has at least a degree. If you do not have a degree, do not attempt skilled immigrant because it's going to fail you. You must have a degree and you must have 2 years working experience. This one does not matter whatever career it is. It's not like the provinces, because for the provinces, they look at the jobs, the skills which are in demand. But for express entry, regardless of whichever career, you can apply as long as you meet 450 points. That's the average, but it depends on every time they are picking people from the pool, they either increase or reduce. But at least 450, that's okay for skilled immigrant. The other category under express entry is another one called trades. Trades, we said it's like, nowadays I think I'll be calling them vocational, those people who have gone through vocational training. Vocational training, those are the crafts, include plumbers, electricians, people in construction, truck drivers. Truck drivers, not just Uber drivers, no, it has to be truck drivers. If you can drive that truck that has got the head and the board, you're good to go. Massage therapists, people in beauty, because beauty, you have to learn a unique skill for you to be able to do makeup to this was even. So that is now for trades. For trades, you do not need any education. As long as you have got vocational training for at least 1 year and 2 years working experience, you do not need any other education. But I always insist, at least you need secondary education. Try and at least have secondary education because it's very competitive. If you do not have secondary education, then other people who have got secondary education, they are going to come and they'll be selected before you can get selected. So try at least to have secondary education. And then on top of that, you have got those special skills. Then when you have that, you don't need a job offer. That one alone, and then you pass your IELTS, it's going to take you through express entry. For the trades, if you're going to use express entry, you have to get a 7 for the trades. But if you're coming to Canada through provincial nominee, you do not need a 7 for trades. You can even come with a 4. But if you have to use express entry direct, it has to have a 7. Otherwise, if not that, you are going to be disqualified there in the beginning before you even attempt anything else. The third classification is the Canada Experience class. Canada Experience class, just like the name, it needs somebody who has come to Canada, had some working experience for at least 1 year. It could be either an international student who has graduated from a college here, then they have working experience for 1 year, then they can apply for PR. If not that, you can come to Canada under a work permit. Let's say, for example, you get a job and then you have that job offer. You are in Canada. You have to be in Canada. You come to Canada maybe as a visitor, because remember, as a visitor, you can convert your visiting visa into a work permit. You work here for 1 year. After you work here for 1 year, straightforward, you go ahead and apply for PR. So that's what we are saying. That is now express entry. If not that, if you do not qualify to go through express entry, you can now go to the provinces. Canada has got 13 provinces. For the 13 provinces, each province admits, or each province takes immigrants. The qualifications are different. The way Ontario does it is not the way Quebec does it. So you have to go through my videos to understand how do you come to Canada through Ontario? How do you come to Canada through Quebec? How do you come to Canada through British Columbia? There are 13 of them. Like in Ontario alone, Ontario has got 7 streams or 7 programs that can take you to Ontario. So that's why we always say that Canada has got more than 60 programs. Ontario alone has got the provision nominee, that one for Ontario. And for Ontario, you do not need a job offer. Ontario is among the provinces that we say you do not need a job offer. As long as you have got the career that is in demand in Ontario, you're good to go. You just send your application to their pool in the website of the province. Then they'll select you, and that way you go through the PR process. The other way you can come to Canada, that is one for provision or mini programs. Once Ontario accepts you, they give you 600 points. Now, because in the express entry, you could not get the 450 points. When Ontario gives you 600 points, it boosts you your express entry. So at the end of the day, you will end up going through the express entry, because it is the express entry that gives you the PR. It's not the province. So you are going through the province so that you can end up to the express entry, and the CRS call, I mean, the Canada immigration website, which is IRCC, is going to give you the PR and the express entry. So don't confuse. The reason why I'm sending you to the provinces is so that you can get the 600 points, and then that way you'll be able to take them to the pool for express entry. The other way you can come through the provinces is through some small communities here in Canada called rural and northern immigration programs. Like where I live, personally, I live in a village, in a rural community. Where I live in the rural community in Ontario, Ontario has got 5 rural communities that participate in these rural programs. So when you come through the rural communities, in my rural community, you have to come through skills that are in demand in my rural. Like here where I am, there's a lot of mining. So if you have got skills in mining, where I live in the rural community in Ontario, you can actually come through mining skills in the mining. Truck drivers here, you can come because those trucks are going to be used in the mining. So those are the rural and northern immigration programs. If not that, you can still come to the provinces. I said there are 5 provinces that don't require you a job offer. There is Ontario, there is Quebec, there is Alberta, and there is British Columbia. Those 5, you don't need a job offer. But the others, you have to have a job offer. How do you get a job? You get a job by going to the provinces' websites and apply for jobs from there. Each province has got a website where you can apply for jobs. If not that, you use the job bank. I discourage people from applying for jobs through Indeed and through LinkedIn, because there are a lot of scammers there. Remember, those sites are not managed by the Canada government. Anybody can post a job. So me, I always say, if you get scammed there, I don't know. But you know, the websites for the provinces and for the rural communities, they are manned by people employed by the Canada government. So it's very hard for anybody to drop a job there that is a scam. It's very hard. So try to use the job sites that are for the government, and also we know the job bank, which is for the entire Canada. That one is the job bank. So if not that, you can still come to Canada as a student. Come and study in Canada. Studying in Canada has got so many advantages. We have been talking about going to study in the Europe countries, and I'm trying to compare the Canada and the European countries, and I think Canada still stands the best according to me. Because for you to come to Canada, you just need maybe to pick a program for 1 year. If you are a nurse, by the way, if you are a nurse, check programs done at Niagara College. Because I know we have got so many nurses here. If you are a nurse with a diploma, just a diploma, pick on a program at Niagara College in Ontario. They have got psychiatric programs. They have got palliative. They have got psychiatric. They have got management courses for nurses. 1 year program. That's enough. After studying for that 1 year here in Canada, you will now get a postgraduate work permit for another 1 year. You work for 1 year and then straight you apply for PR. But for the European countries, I have learned that you have to, after your studies, you have to stay there maybe for 5 years before they can allow you to apply for residence. So Canada is still the best for the international students, only that they're expensive. Canada is expensive. European countries, most of them are free. But if you can find a way of, if you can afford to come and study in Canada, it still stands the best system or program for giving international students citizenship. Guys, when you're doing or when you're thinking about immigration, don't just look at the cost. Think about what is going to happen after you finish your program, after you arrive in that Canada. You don't want to be in a foreign land and you don't have status. Those people are called, they're called unrecorded immigrants. You don't want to remain unrecorded forever. You want to have status, either permanent residency or citizenship. If a country is not giving you that, think twice, however much you are in crisis of wanting to immigrate. If a country is not going to give you permanent residency, drop it. It doesn't make sense according to me. So when you're looking for immigration, look for a country that is going to give you permanent residency. Because when you are permanent residency in that country, it will only take you maybe another 2 years and then you apply for citizenship. For Canada, it will only take you 3 years and you apply for citizenship. Canada is the easiest country to get citizenship, according to what now I'm studying with the European countries.
Wow.
That's all I would have to say.
Fantastic,
yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Would have a few questions to ask you. Some people are asking, what about those who want to come with dependents, family, kids? How can they go about it?
If you're coming to Canada under any of the programs that I have talked about, you're not coming alone. You're coming with your spouse and with your children. Myself, I came with my husband and my children. And wow, I didn't have a job. That's what I was telling Waka Waka the other day. Me, I stayed here. After I arrived here, I stayed in the house for 2 years. I didn't have a job and I didn't need one. Because Canada government was spoiling me with money. So I didn't find any need for. Because when you are a permanent resident, they are going to give you money to sustain yourself. Not that I'm encouraging you guys not to work. But during that time, I went back to school. And that school, they paid it. They paid it and they gave me grants on top of that.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, what I'm saying is that if you can find a pathway of coming here with permanent residency, that is the best. Because you'll not have to worry about what is going to happen with these things. By the way, what happened with mine, I went back to Kenya, and when I was in Kenya, it almost expired. I came here running when it was remaining like 3 weeks before it expired. So when you're a permanent resident, you can always go back to your home country, stay if you want to stay another 3 years, and then come back as you think. And wow, that time I was still doing my studies online. So coming as a PR, you are coming with the family. Also coming as a student, you're bringing your spouse under open work permit. When you're coming here as an international student, your spouse will be working here under open work permit. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Another question I've got for you is, what are the websites? Can you remember the website for those provinces you mentioned? What is the website for those provinces?
Oh, each province has got a different website. Each province is different. They're all different. The way, let me tell you, even for licensing, if you're a nurse, if you want to get licensed in Ontario, you cannot work in British Columbia. You cannot. Each province, they have got their own licensing. They have got their own way of bringing immigrants. Each province is different. So I have done videos. You just need to check on that video. If it's Ontario, check on the description and you'll find the website there. But generally, we have got the Canada Job Bank, which is for the entire Canada. It's jobbank.ca. .gk.ca.
.gc.ca. Okay, so guys, what she's saying is that generally for Canada, if you're looking for jobs, you go to www.jobbank.gc.ca. I'll say that again, jobbank, jobbank.gc.ca. But if you are interested in the provinces and you want jobs in the provinces, each province has its own website. So what you need to do is go on YouTube and type in Joyce K Canada and watch the video that you're interested in, maybe Ontario or British Columbia or any of the provinces. Just check the description box of our video on our YouTube channel, Joyce K Canada, and you would find links that you can apply for jobs in those countries. Fantastic. Someone is saying, if you have a family member in Canada, can they invite you? Can they nominate you?
Oh, yeah. By the way, not just a family member. Provinces like Manitoba, you just need somebody you know. Like, say, for example, you are from Kenya. If you know somebody from Nigeria, that's enough. It doesn't have to be a relative.
Manitoba. So you can invite me. That means you're going to invite me.
If I'm living in Manitoba, I can invite you, but not Ontario. Manitoba. Ontario, it has to be somebody who is maybe your brother.
I don't want Ontario. Manitoba is okay. Manitoba is okay.
Manitoba, get somebody. If you can get somebody, they'll just need to send you an invitation. That invitation to say that you know them, not just an invitation. It's actually a letter to say that I know him. I know him. That's enough. That one is going to give you enough points to take you through provincial nomination.
Wow, fantastic. That's fantastic, guys. So guys, I want you to follow Joyce K Canada on Instagram, Joyce K Canada, because she'll be educating you as to how to move to Canada via the different programs that are available. There are options set out for you to be able to move to Canada. Our DM is locked at the moment, but she's going to open it shortly so that you can ask questions. You can attend her live. She will start creating videos and content for you guys who wants to move to Canada. Someone is asking, is there an age limit to apply for jobs or applications?
For the express entry, the older you are, you keep losing points. But for the provinces, it doesn't matter your age.
Wow, it doesn't matter your age. Wow. Someone is asking, what if I have a third class?
Oh yeah, if you have third class, you apply to community colleges. Apply to community colleges. Those ones will take that class. Let me advise those who have got degrees and masters. When you're coming to Canada, you don't have to do another master's. And when you have a degree, you don't have to do a master's. You can go to a community college because community colleges are cheap. You know, the cheaper the college is, the cheaper the proof of funds that is going to be required at the embassy. You know, when you're coming to a community college compared to a university is going to require you a lot of bank statement. But a community college is going to require you less. And then take a 1-year postgraduate program. If you have a master's, if you have a degree, look for a course which is just 1 year, which is related to your course, to your education. And then just pick 1 year. You don't have to worry. Once you're here, you search the
So it means if you have a second class lower, if you have a third class, you can still move.
Yes, look for a community college.
What about those who graduated from polytechnics?
Polytechnics are the people who are coming through trades. Okay. Those are the people who are going to apply for jobs in the provinces under trades. Truck drivers, electricians, plumbers, all those
welders.
The resume has to be Canadian. That is why people are not getting jobs. It has to be Canadian resume. Please, please, please. If you have not made your resume to look like Canadian, look for a professional. Pay them. Pay Waka Waka. He's going to adjust your resume. Go to his website. Tell him you just need Canadian resume. He's going to do a very good one. And I have done a video on my channel how to do a Canadian resume.
Wow, fantastic. Okay, so there you go, guys. Those are the options available for you. I want you to follow Joyce K Canada. and also watch her YouTube videos, because she has almost 200 or 300 YouTube videos about moving to Canada. So you really need to watch them and understand. Someone is asking, what if I'm a teacher? Are there teaching opportunities in Canada?
Yes, teachers are in demand in Ontario. Ontario province is in crisis for teachers, especially if you can speak some French. The French schools are in crisis. But even English, they're also in demand. Teachers are in demand in Ontario.
So there you go, guys. You really
and
don't
they
have
can also come to do like a course for special kids. You know, like it's called what? It's called what? The special kids training for 1 year, so that you can work in a special school. Those ones are in dire demand.
Okay. So there you go, guys. Those are options available for you if you want to come as a student, you want to work, you want to go through provincial nomination, you want to go through express entry. Look, guys, she's a guru when it comes to Canada. So I would say two things. You just need to do two things. Number one is to follow Joyce K Canada on Instagram. I just pinned her handle on here so that you can follow her, Joyce K Canada on Instagram, and of course check her out on YouTube, where she has loads and loads of videos with respect to Canada. I say this, it's better for you to do it yourself. You can actually do it yourself. So that's why we make these videos, for you to watch, learn, write down, and do the process yourself. Joyce, do you have any final notes you want to pass across to people?
Not really. I'm so excited that people are getting it. If you have any questions, please follow me on my Instagram, Joyce K Canada. My YouTube channel is Joyce K Nas. If you find 2 other channels on my YouTube, just join them. There are others for study abroad.
Fantastic. So we will not be able to answer all the questions down here, and that's why I'm telling you that you can follow her and send her a DM, okay? Ask her as many questions as you want to. She will help as much as she can. Thank you very much, Joyce, for joining me on this show. So guys, we'll catch you again some other time, some other day. We'll be talking about another migration opportunity that exists. So today, it's been moving to Canada. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.